me!
Hello there.
At last I shall have my revenge.
Oh no, I'm not brave enough.
Have been replaced.
Born in darkness, raised in rage. A warrior forged, and in this pain. Yeah. Red eyes burning, heart of war. Double blade spinning, hit a Sith roar. No mercy flowing in through his veins. Every breath is fueled by pain. They thought he fell, thought he was gone. Left in shadows, left for none. Hate kept beating in his chest. Dark side fire would not rest. More shadow lord rising again. From death to power, from stars to rain. Broken body, unbroken soul. Dark side fury, never control. They tried to end him, close the door. Now he stands tall. More shadow lord. More shadow lord rising again. From death to power, from stars to rain. Broken body, unbroken soul. Dark side fury, never control. They tried to end him, close the door. Now he stands tall. More shadow lord. The master's chain, no God in hand. He built an empire from ships and sand. Underworld pains, obey his name. Fear and power, his only game. Dark saber shining in his grip. The Dillo fell to his command. For inside a ruler, born a flame. Every victory, carved in pain. Shadow Lord, rising again. From death to power, from stars to rain. Broken body, unbroken soul. Dark side fury, never control. They tried to end him, close the door. Now he stands tall. No shadow Lord. Shadow Lord, rising again. From death to power, from stars to rain. Your broken body, unbroken soul. Dark side fury, never control. They tried to end him, close the door. Now he stands tall. No shadow Lord.
Welcome to Galactic Chat.
All right, everyone. All right. Everyone can unmute.
Well, besides the blistering ear rape, it was actually an amazing intro. It was just extremely loud and could have definitely been turned down.
Man,
Yeah.
that was pretty nifty. Not gonna lie.
It was really
Pretty nifty.
good.
Thank you.
All right. Yes. All right. So, first off, before I even introduce everyone, I gotta say,
Please enjoy our panelists, Disgorge Jedi Knight, the Ostinator, and Vision.
Wow, we really upped the production on this show.
He really got the AI down, bro. The AI voices.
You guys just love the fact that he rolls his eyes when he says vision. Sorry.
Stop. All right. Yeah, hello there,
At
everyone.
least my content comes with a talent.
Yeah, true.
Oh, come on now. Anyway, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Galactic Chat. This is our first episode of us reviewing Maul Shadowlord. The show finally came out. The first 4 episodes, and the 4 of us are going to be reviewing each episode. We also got the final trailer of Mando and Grogu dropped like 12 hours ago. So we will be discussing that briefly as well. But first,
I've
we're going
not
to
seen
cover.
it, so this will be my
Maul.
live reaction to it.
Yeah, we're going to be covering Maul Shadowlord though first, and then we'll talk about that as like the last wrap up discussion. So with that being said, though, Dylan, where can people find you at?
You can find me on Discord during night. Also, Dylan's Little Hobbies actually came back because that tribute video you just saw, a bit of the end is different on Dylan's Little Hobbies. So go ahead and check that out if you guys want to. Mostly, I do My Little Pony content on Discord during night, though.
Yeah, see, guys, we actually got Dylan to post something on Dylan's Little Hobbies.
I haven't
It's
posted
just
anything on there in
amazing.
like 40
We
years.
want more content. We want
Ooh.
more Dylan's Little Hobbies. More.
I might do
Anyway.
like some tributes, maybe.
Oh my god, I'm already super pumped for that. Anyway, yeah, please go check out Dylan. This guy legit saved me this week. I did not have a PC, so he actually edited everything that you just saw. The timer, which was amazing timer, by the way,
Thank
Dylan.
you.
I love the timer, and I
was
love
at
the
least
intro as
entertaining.
well. Yeah, it's all entertaining. And yeah, we did go full out on using the website Fake You for Maul. And yeah, so please go check out Dylan. Next up, Austin, where can people find you at?
All right, so just to keep everything moving here, because we're going a little late here. Just find me everywhere here. Basco Scenario, Robert Storms, my channel, everywhere. Check me out. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, please go check out Austin. He's a cool dude. Steven, where can people find you at?
Well, while my content is not a popular subject on this channel, you can find me at Vision YT or Vision Live. Vision is spelled with the 0, not an O. And I make Minecraft content. Honestly, I know it's not what we're all into, but I mean, if you're feeling generous,
Hey, dude, I make My Little Pony content. Not a lot of people are into that either.
go subscribe if you're feeling open to it. I post every day, half the time, every week, and I'm very consistent. We also have a great community of people, including me, Forgotten Presence, and Sergeant Cat, and a bunch of very nice people. Feel free to join our Discord server. Feel free to buy our merchandise. We've already sold 10 items, and yeah, thanks for having me here.
Exactly. Yeah, no problem, Steven. Speaking of Forgotten Presence, we have one person in the comments right now.
Yeah, he's a Star Wars nerd, so I told him he'd
Yep,
watch.
W. Maul.
No,
yeah.
Austin!
Austin. You lost Austin.
No! I'm about to act like
Yeah.
Maul when he lost Savage.
But we are going to be talking about Maul Shadowlord now. Before we get to that, I will say, let's quickly reminder to anyone new here.
Make sure you subscribe and smash the like button.
I only heard make sure you subscribe and smash, and then the Wi-Fi cut out for a second.
Oh.
So-
And also, before we talk about Maul Shadowlord, here's a little warning.
Just to let you know, spoiler warning, bitches.
what? I couldn't even
Spoiler
understand what.
warning. So,
Oh,
Just to let you know, spoiler warning, bitches.
oh, I'm a bitch. I got it.
yeah. Anyway, Um,
I guess I didn't already know.
with that being said, let's go right into episode 1, which is none other than episode 1 is called The Dark Revenge. So, okay, who wants to recap basically what happened in this first episode of Maul Shadowlord?
We should each go through each episode, and I'm gonna do episode 4.
You want to do episode 4?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say, Steven, do you want to go do episode 1?
Yeah, let him do episode 1.
Okay. Well, the first thing we saw, God, I don't even remember. It was like a couple nights ago I watched this. Can I not be the one who recaps? Like, I just have I have a hard time describing stuff.
All right.
That's
So
fine.
what happened
That's
in
fine.
episode 1?
I'm good at
All right.
summarizing stuff.
So basically, we open on a heist. All right. We open on a heist,
Right.
and basically what happens is it's the Shadow Collective with here. You know what? I'll also use these because I made them for this. It's Rook Cast, and her squad of Mandalorians plus Spybot, which is the new droid in this. They're trying to, cause a scene and all of that. And what happens is Maul then comes in and causes some harm. And this is basically the first incident on Janix, which is the new planet that we're on, which looks like Coruscant.
It looks like a crappier Coruscant, like just darker. That's about
it's
it.
really cool.
It's just a scuffed Coruscant. It's just got bad. It's just got worse weather, and that's about it. Otherwise, it's pretty much Coruscant.
Yeah.
I remember now. The heist was actually one of my favorite scenes from that entire episode. I just feel like we could have gotten a more creative name with Spybot. Like, it's such a lame name. Like, it's not even like. Hear me out. Spies are meant to be discreet. The name alone is just obvious, like about what he does. Hell, by the way, that's Spybot. He does. He watches.
I like his personality though. I like that he can talk and all that. He was a good droid.
Like, everything about the droid is fine. It's just the name sucks.
Yeah, that's true. So basically, what happens is what does happen is Maul basically steals. He doesn't even steal the credits. He actually leaves the credits alone. He steals the protocol droid. He steals the protocol droid only. And then we get introduced to the detective. Lawson is his name. And he looks at the recording that they have of Maul, and he's like, a laser sword? Like, he's not used to seeing Jedi or Sith.
Yeah, when he said laser sword, I'm like POV every person who hasn't seen Disney yet.
Mm-hmm.
And
Star Wars. I'm going to say Star Wars.
Yeah. And basically, he was okay. So one thing that I do like is that this planet on Janix, it's not controlled by the Empire. It's basically just controlled. They allow these, the cops, kind of like Andor with our boy Serial. It's kind of just like that again. I do like that. And basically what happens is Lawson is after Maul, trying to figure out, like, okay, who is this guy? We don't need to call the Empire. Meanwhile, his droid, Two Boots, is like, we need to alarm the Empire. And he's like, no, we don't. We also get introduced to the 2 Jedi. So there's this guy.
Let's be honest, we don't know they're Jedi yet,
Master,
though, at this point. Like, we
Master
don't know what
Daki.
Yeah,
I only
Master
know his last
Daki.
name. I can't pronounce his full name.
His name is Daki.
Iko Dio Daki.
Yeah.
I just call him Jedi,
Yes.
dude.
I just call him Jedi.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be
Honestly,
I'm gonna be honest.
Jedi
In the first
Master
episode,
Splinter.
no, bro.
Yes.
But like, here's the thing about the first episode: you don't even know they're Jedi yet. They haven't revealed anything about themselves. They just seem like civilians.
That's true.
You don't know they're
Yeah.
Jedi. Even though the
Jedi.
trailer gives it away, if you put the trailer beside, aside, they just look like people.
Yeah, that's the truth. But they're in hiding and they're extremely poor. And they're asking, well, Docky over here, he's like, no, we don't steal, Devin. We don't steal. And Devin is like, well, kind of like, screw you, master. I'm going to try to steal. And she does steal. And then she gets caught. And then she has to go to prison for a night. She does meet Lawson. Lawson's like, hey, little kid, just give me your name. Devin's like, nah. And then he's like, all right, well, then you're going to prison for the night. Meanwhile, during the whole Maul shit, Maul just talks to Rook Cass and is like, well, this is my plan. We're going to reprogram the droid. And then when this guy named Vario is gonna meet up with
like
another
the best character in the show.
We're gonna talk about Vario. Trust me. We're gonna.
Vario was only cool for one episode. Like cool
No,
looking.
he's been the best in the entire show.
Really fucking
No,
good.
I meant appearance wise. This was the only episode he looked cool. After that,
yeah, that's true.
After that,
Yeah,
he
his
becomes a
form's
midget.
kind of yeah.
He's just a midget.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
That's true. So basically what happens, Vario goes to meet with the other crime lord that is part of Reese's species with the 3 eyes. And basically they all just argue like, hey, you tried stealing my credits and you stole my protocol droid. No, I didn't do any of that. Maybe it's, the Shadow Lord. And then he's like, no, he's dead. And all of that. So then out of self-defense, Vario does kill the other dude. But then Maul goes after Vario. And basically what happens is because Lawson got to him first, Maul has to do a whole prison break thing. He needs to go and break Vario. And then when he does do that with his 2 whatchamacallit guys, his Zabarak, the 2 Zabarak men and all of that, when he does do that, he then meets Devin for the first time. Because he does state in this episode, he is trying to look for an apprentice. That is what he has been after. Yep. So that's basically the whole gist of the first episode.
I have a few things to mention here before we move on. First off, this is without a doubt. I have to give credit to Dave Filoni because he said he wanted this to be the best of the best. And look-wise, and look, I don't praise looks in Star Wars very much, but look-wise, this is the absolute peak of animation. It looks even better than Clone Wars Season 7, which is insane. I have to give credit where credit's due. That's insanely cool.
Yeah, the animation's tremendous. I mean, I will say
good.
It is the best looking the Clone Wars type animation has looked in a long time.
Yeah, 100%. I do agree with the animation. It's peak. This is what Star Wars and I want this to continue. I want this art style to continue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I cut out a little bit. Was it just the animation that you were talking about, Dylan?
Well, the music. The music is also very well done in this show.
Yes.
Very good choices in music the entire series so far.
100%. I do agree with that. I think the music is great. Now it's by the same guys who did Clone Wars, Rebels, Ahsoka, the Kiner brothers or whatever. The Kiners did it.
Yep.
Which already you can tell that they're getting better at it with each project.
Yeah, they really have been.
With
that said, though, even though it is fantastic, here's the thing. It doesn't matter what the looks are, how it sounds. It doesn't matter about the bells and whistles. It matters about the story. And the story of the first episode, I give it a 7. What about you guys?
I gave it, like a 7.5. I thought it was pretty solid. I think an episode 1 needs to be solid.
It
You
needs to
get
be
what I mean?
solid.
Like,
And
yeah.
I honestly, because here's the thing, right? And I said this like our last live stream. I'm really excited for it, but I'm going in it with not low expectations, but lower expectations. And so far, it's been blowing me away. It's a 7 out of 10, solid 7 out of 10 is what it needed. And it actually got a solid 7 out of 10 for me. I liked it.
What do you
What
think?
about you, Austin?
Well, just to get my general thoughts of the episode, because I haven't seen this episode since last week, since last Monday when they came out. I thought the first episode was, because I kind of like Dylan, I went into it with the expectation of okay, like I'm kind of excited, but at the same time I'm like I don't know. But
Control your expectations.
Yeah. But I will say, like, I'm going to echo what Dylan said. The animation, the music is spot on. I love seeing Maul doing really cool small stuff because, again, that's what we need to see here. I don't want to see Maul doing, like, kind of like what Boba Fett was doing, where he was snorting frogs and in a bacta tank. Like, no, you actually see Maul contributing and being cool, which is all you needed it to be. And the side characters were interesting. And I like that the tone of the show it's more so going for more of like a serious-ish like plot, but it's not like Andor where it's like so grounded to where it's almost like
boring.
Boring, yeah.
I think, honestly, I think this is Dave Filoni's attempt to do Andor, like his version of Andor. Like, this is to him what because it is known that he's not the biggest fan of Andor.
And it's understandable.
So I think this was him basically being like, well, this is how you do Andor. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you want a very serious Star Wars that's kind of more grounded and more like, darker and all that. Well, this is my Star Wars. Like, this is it. Yeah, this is how you do it, basically. Go ahead, Austin.
And I think it's done in a way where it still feels like Star Wars and not Star Wars like Andor did. And I think that's what makes this work. And again, it's really cool seeing cool lightsaber stuff like from Maul and the heist stuff. My God, like I was genuinely impressed. Like so impressed that I'm going to give it a 7.75 out of 10. Close to an 8.
Okay. Yeah, it was a good opening. It introduced, and this is one thing that I think a lot of shows, like this Disney Plus shows, need to start getting used to. This is, yes, you make the main character cool and all that. You tell a story about the main character, but don't be afraid to also introduce other characters and let them have their own character arcs coexist with the main character. Like, and why I'm saying this is, if you watch any other show that's not even Star Wars related, like in Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones and all that, yeah, you have the main characters, but you also have the side characters having character arcs too. Like, in this first episode, it introduced Maul with the Shadow Collective. It introduced Vario with his whole other crime, his connections to Maul and all that. It also introduced Lawson and his whole aspect, him being a cop, his partners, Two Boots, the droid. It also introduced Devin and Master Aki. This episode accomplished a whole lot under 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of it for that,
And somehow none of it feels like filler. None of it feels like this shouldn't be here. Like another shows. I mean, as much as we all like Mandalorian, there are also several Mandalorian episodes where this felt like, okay, this could have been cut for time.
Yeah.
This episode,
but this was all necessary. This was
Yeah.
all necessary stuff. Yeah.
And it didn't feel
100%.
like it was rushed either. That's what's insane. It doesn't feel like it's a lot, but it doesn't feel like it's rushed through either. The pacing's perfect.
I think the pacing was it was really fast for the first 2 episodes. I think
It was, but it felt grounded.
That kind of got fixed later on, which we'll talk about that then. By the way, to the viewers, I know Forgotten Presence is still here. I think, at least. Steven is currently having dinner right now, so he'll be back. Just a little FYI to everyone. Let's go on to episode 2 then.
You want to cover episode 2, Austin?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll do it the best way I can here. So here we go, episode 2, Sinister Schemes. So the whole beginning of the episode is during the whole prison break scene, and Maul, kidnaps Devin, and the other guy, Vario, is like, "Hey, Maul, listen, don't kill me yet." And Maul's like, "Dude, I want to kill you so bad." And then Mario's like, "No, please don't kill me. I can help you." And then Maul's like, "Okay." So then he takes them both to his hideout, and he's like, "All right, you guys you're going here, and you're going here. By the way, Devin, listen, you need to work with me, all right? The Jedi are bad." It's like, "No, you're evil. You're a Sith." And then he's like, "Bro, just because I'm a Sith doesn't mean that I like the Empire." It's like, "No, you obviously like the Empire because you're a Sith." And he's like, "No, that's not what." Like he's almost like annoyed. He's like, "Bro, stop being a brat." He's like, "You're just a Sith. You obviously don't want what's best." Well, he's like, "No,
he's not wrong. That's exactly what happens."
And then that Lawson guy, like, he's got to deal with being a fucking shitty dad, because he's like, "Oh, son, yeah, I'm sorry that we're not spending time with each other." And he's like, sounds like, "Oh, okay, that's fine. Hey, can I spend the summer with a mom?" And then he's like, "No, you can't see your mom, even though I'm not around that much." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm really, really sorry, son. Listen, you can visit your mom as long as I'm there," which means that he's not really around. So,
yeah, he's definitely got an ex-wife sort of situation.
Yeah, and then meanwhile, all this is going on, and everyone's like, "Bro, you need to figure this shit out. Like, well, who's this fucking guy, Maul? Like, why does he have a red lightsaber? Like, is he a Jedi? Is he a Sith?" And then he's like, "Oh, dude, I don't know. I gotta figure some shit out, I guess." And then he's like, "All right, listen, I'm gonna call my contact real quick." So the contact's like, "All right, so listen, I don't really know who Maul is. All you gotta know is he's a pretty bad dude." And he's like, "Well, goddamn, this is gonna be a big."
Yep.
And then Vario's like, "Dude, Maul, don't." And then Vario's like, "No, Maul, don't kill me. I promise I know where it is." And he's like, "God damn it, I hate you, Vario. I should kill you." And then Vario's like, "No, please, I know where this guy is." And he goes, "All right, fine. I guess I'm going to have to go kill that guy." And then he goes out of the ship, and he kills that guy in a really cool scene. And then he steals the cargo.
Yeah, so it's all the Pikes. Because he wants to know the Pike so Vario helps out with the Pike shipments, and the Pikes also betrayed Maul, the trust with Maul. So Maul just kind of wanted to give he wanted, I guess, the shipments and all that. So,
and then, of course, it cuts back to Devin in her cell, and Maul be like, "Bro, listen, you gotta help me out. You got the Jedi are bad, the Empire bad. If you join me, I'll give you the better life." It's like, "You're a Sith. You're a criminal. The Jedi think you're a criminal, so therefore you're a Sith and you're a bad person." And then he's like, "No, I want to help you. Like, bro, like, can you let me help you?" He's like, I don't want your help because you're a Sith." And he's like, "Fine, if you want to leave, just leave." And then she just breaks out, and then we get the really cool cliffhanger where she goes, "I'm gonna escape because you're bad and you're a Sith."
Yep. No, actually, legit being serious though, I really enjoyed the conversation between Darth Maul and Devin, especially when it comes to Darth Maul and who he is. Of course, that happens more so in
About
the next
learning how
episode.
to adapt.
But
About
yeah,
learning how to
about learning
adapt.
how to adapt, about him not really being what she thinks he is, and then just the whole thing. He's trying to get her to use the Force, trying to break out. He's like, hey, if you want to leave, just leave, Jedi. There's the door. You know how to open it. Use the Force, you idiot. You know.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to use the Force because using the Force, obviously, using her lightsaber or the Force, that means it exposes her as a Jedi, and she can't do that, right? She doesn't want to do that. So
That's true. Also in this episode, Aki did try and like save Devin. You remember, and then
there was a huge car crash, a huge chase scene, and Docky uses the Force to stop the police cars from crashing
falling.
each other in the bridge.
No, but a bridge also fell. Remember, because Maul walked out and he used it.
Yep.
He just got the bridge falling.
Oh, dude, in that scene where he just does the ninja disappear thing was so cool. And I mentioned it when we talked about last episode, but dude, I'm telling you what, Docky to me is Splinter Ninja Turtle. Ninja Turtle. Like if Splinter was a turtle, that's what Docky is to me.
Splinter, a Yoda Splinter Ninja Turtle. That's
that's what he is.
Yeah.
And I like it.
You might be right. Yeah, you might actually be right about that. I don't know. But yeah, no. In general, like again, like I kind of view episode 1 and 2 together.
Yeah.
You know,
you really kind of
like,
have
that's the thing. I legit just view it as one episode, mainly because
and both episodes to me, like I said last one, solid 7. Solid 7.
Yeah, like
what about you guys?
I think it's a 7.5, just like the first one. Like it's a good like to me, these 2 episodes are like the pilot episodes.
Yep.
Like that's what I'm gonna say. Like it's legit one huge pilot. What do you think, Austin?
I'll go for 7. Like it was good.
Yeah.
Yep. Solid 7.
Okay. All right. Episode 3. Okay. Episode 3. We're gonna be talking about episode 3. Now this is where we're gonna start really breaking down the episodes.
Because there's
episode
a lot
3.
in this episode.
Episode 3 starts with Maul. Oh, well, first off, let me transition to episode 3. Episode 3 is called Whispers in the Unknown, all right? So, Whispers of the Unknown starts with, actually, Devin, again, breaking free from the end of episode 2 out of her cell. And she goes, and the Mandalorians and Rook Cass is there, and they're like, that way. He's waiting for you in there. And then Devin walks in there and then sees Maul kneeling. And then she's like, what is this? And then Maul's like, this is tea. This is tea. This is the same tea that Paz Vizsla actually offered me when I first met him. So you better... Yeah, that's a little Easter egg, by the way, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, that was great.
So... Anyway, so Devin is like, okay, well, I know what you're doing here. You're trying to manipulate me. And Maul's like, no, I'm not really. Just let you know. So basically what happens between this whole conversation is Maul is trying to be like, you know, if you think you know who I am, I can be that man. I can do that, you know. I can do that if you're going to keep on acting like this. And Devin's like, I'm a Jedi, and ignites half of Maul's lightsaber. And then it goes from just normal Star Wars into horror Star Wars.
And
Like
dude,
if we had
like
a horror
legit,
movie,
I got
what would it
goosebumps
look
from
like?
that.
Yeah, you know. And
That
Maul
was
straight up
terrifying.
became the Shadow Lord, you know, a king of shadows. And Maul's just chilling in the shadows, using it to get in Devon's head. And he also has said during this whole conversation with Devon, he also brought up about how the Sith took everything from him. You know, his brother died. He was
Mother
robbed
died.
of greatness. His mother got killed by Palpatine, which is
Just goes
a
through his
great
whole
thing,
story. Really.
which is a great thing that they mentioned that Palpatine killed Mother Talzin, because actually most people would not know that unless
Unless
if
you
they read
actually
the book.
watch read the comic books, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm glad that Dave Filoni did not, you know, disrespect canon or anything like that. He actually threw that in there. So I'm proud of him for that. Then we get so basically Devon's over here, and then she's dueling with Maul a little bit while
And
Maul
like the
keeps on
most epic Shadow Maul duel we've ever seen. Like if you think, look, I'm serious. If you haven't seen the show, and I don't know why you're watching this if you haven't seen the show, but if you think the Maul scenes in the hallway from Clone Wars are cool, you are not ready for this duel.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's straight up true. So he's drilling in her head though, like, you know, and this is part of the best things. Like Devon straight up thinks, like, what she learned from Daki is that the Jedi needs to be selfless and needs
help
to
others.
take care of people, help others. And what Maul is saying is, okay, that's your philosophy. Well, why are people thinking that you're a fugitive then?
Mm-hmm.
They're not accepting your help. They want you gone. Too. They want to see you dead.
Yep, and it's because of
Why help
Sidious.
them? Why help them if they're just going to turn you in and make you suffer? Why help them if you're going to starve to death? Why help them if you are going to suffer even more than they do, you know? And you kind of understand both sides a little bit. And Maul's a really good manipulator here, too. And his real plan at the end of the day, because at the end of this, while he fights Devon and all that, he lets Devon go. And he says, I'll see you later, Devon, or something like that. And then it's like, oh shit, he actually does know her name. Because he doesn't know Devon's name.
Yep.
So, yeah, I guess through insight using the Force, he found out that her name was Devon. And I love this whole scene because, like, seriously, it really does show in this episode that Maul is a true manipulator.
Yeah.
And the way that he was with Devon, like in the shadows and all that, it just was like excellent. It gave me, if we ever got a horror Star Wars project, like
This is it. This is basically what I want my Darth Vader versus normal people. Remember, I had that silly little fan fiction. This is what I wanted it to be with Darth Vader. Except, but this is way
scary
too cool.
thing. Yeah, no, that's straight up true. Now that Steven's back, Steven, what did you think of episode 1 and 2 of Maul Shadow Lord?
Oh, I just thought they were really, really good. Honestly.
Okay.
I thought that they
what's your rating?
So that Star Wars for once has potential to come back.
Yeah.
What's your rating of episode 1 and 2?
Episode 1, I give it a 9 out of 10. Episode 2 is a 8 out of 10.
Interesting.
Okay.
A lot higher than what we gave it.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
Going
there's
back
something
to
else that I
episode
wanted to
3,
say
though.
about episode 3, though. And shout outs to Blindwave for actually noticing this, because I was actually watching Blindwave's reactions to it, and they actually noticed this, and I think it's really, really, really cool. But if you actually notice, when Darth Maul says Sidious, he doesn't freak out like he did in the Clone Wars. And you know it's through his fighting style, he's a lot more controlled. It really shows his progression between what happened in the Clone Wars and what happened now. It's just interesting to watch, and the
I'm
fact that
sorry.
Spike pointed that out was cool.
I'm sorry to say this, but no, if I'm gonna say this. If Maul sees Palpatine in this show,
Oh no,
gonna
he's
go,
freaking out.
yeah, he's gonna freak the fuck out
But
because
it's just
the
nice to
thing
see him
is-
trying to grow in this, you know.
And this is the difference between Maul and Dooku and Vader. Maul was taken as a 5-year-old kid from his mother, or a 4-year-old, and basically Palpatine was his father.
Yep.
Palpatine raised him. Palpatine gave him food. Palpatine did all that shit. All right. And then
Made him an
Palpatine
assassin.
just casted him aside at the age of, like, he was in his 20s,
Yep.
you know, and he got sliced in half. And Palpatine just was like, who gives a fuck? You know, he has a.
Palpatine's like, oh, look, a kid. I want him.
You know?
This is literally.
Yeah, he's like, I don't give a fuck about my son. He's like, fuck.
Where's Austin?
Yeah, he
I
did.
don't know. what
Austin.
happened to Austin.
I don't know what happened to him. He probably has
But-
internet issues.
That's the difference between Maul and like Vader and Dooku. Like Dooku was already old when he became Palpatine's apprentice, you know, and Vader was a grown ass man, you know, when he became, you know, the apprentice of Palpatine. Maul, he kind of views him as like a father. So he's like, oh, you abandoned me. You know, he has attachment issues, you know, because it seems like he's obsessed with like like he knows that he will lose people in his life. That's the thing. Like he kind of like the way he lost Savage, he lost his mom. He wants, you know, someone like that again, and that will be Devin, you know. And eventually, we're gonna lose Devin. And then that will be Ezra in Rebels. So you get what I mean? Like this guy, I feel bad for the dude, honestly. But with that being said though, yeah, episode 3, we also cut back to like the basic stuff where Lawson it is in this episode.
His
where
son played. Yeah, his son played
Yeah.
some sort of sports, and we get a little bit more of character development through Lawson and his son, and it's cool to see. It's cool to understand him. Basically, he wants to be there for his son, but he wants to protect him more, so he's a cop. It's that whole.
Yeah.
It's that whole storyline as old as time. I'm a cop. I have to do the right thing. I can't always be there for my son, sort of thing.
We also
it's
find out.
interesting. It makes his character interesting.
We also find out in this episode why the mom's not in the picture, and that's because she works for the Empire.
And it makes you question: Does he actually want to not call the Empire in because he's worried about the Empire, or is he actually just not wanting to call his ex-wife?
That is true.
I believe
Yeah.
both.
I believe in both too. And what I'm actually surprised about is how did he get custody of the kid? You get what I
He would
mean?
be
Like,
both, yeah, he would be both.
if she's an Imperial, you would think, oh, Imperial restrictions. Yeah, I get the kid immediately or something like that.
I wonder
went to
what
the
his
judicial
wife
court.
does, though. Is his wife like one of the captains of the ships, working on the tech,
Yeah,
or is she a
part of the
stormtrooper?
ISB? Is she a part like an Imperial officer? Like,
Yeah.
is she Dedra Miro? Is she? I'm joking. But yeah, no, you're right. Or is she just a normal trooper? We don't know. I think she's just an Imperial officer. But anyway, yeah, no. And then, so basically what happens while he's trying to watch the game, Two Boots, his droid says, okay, well, I'll take a look at the next Pike shipment. And him and the cops go there. And basically what happens is the Shadow Collective explodes the whole place and that everyone gets away. Okay, Two Boots almost gets destroyed.
Yep.
That's really it. Master Daki,
Which was Maul's plan, by the way, to blow away.
yes, which was part of Maul's plan. Yes, Master Daki did though meet up with Lawson and say, "Hey, look, I'm concerned about my niece, Devin, and all that stuff." And then he's like, okay. It seems like you're not a huge fan
Uncle
of the Empire.
Daki.
Yeah, Uncle Daki, And they're like, okay. And he's like, hey, just let you know, you might hear from me in the future a little bit. And then he's like, okay, whatever. And then Devin gets away from Maul. And that's really where the episode ends. Okay, so what did we all think about episode 3? What was our favorite parts?
Maul easily.
Yeah.
Maul easily, yes, but I actually really did like Lawson's character development here and Two Boots, the whole thing. But you know what? One character you guys really are kind of missing? Vario. I just really like how Vario acts. He's probably my favorite.
I do love Vario. No, straight up, I said I like his attitude. That's the thing.
He's so nervous that he keeps on talking, and I
hear ya. I really do, but you hear me out here. That this is gonna be a controversial take, but that the best character in this episode was Maul. I know, crazy to think that the main character of your show is like the best character of the show because it's usually the side characters in these shows that always get the freaking that always get the attention. But I'm glad to see Maul, the main character, may I add, who's on the title of the show, is great.
Exactly. No, that is true.
Which is not what you can say about Boba Fett.
Okay, let's quickly talk about Vario, though. So Vario Rookcast then goes to him, and Vario's like, hey, yeah, can I order some food and all that? And Rookcast is like, shut the fuck up, bitch. All right? You need to send a message to the Pikes. And he's like, why? Or else you're fucking dead, bitch. And then he's like, okay, yeah. So then he sends a message to Krim, who's the leader of the Pikes.
And dude, I love this conversation between him and Krim. They literally talk, and Krim's like, okay, if this is one of your schemes, I'm literally going to just destroy you. I'm gonna not just destroy you. I'm gonna feed your body to my I can't remember exactly what he calls them.
To something like a rancor, we'll just put it.
And he's like, Vario. My favorite line of the show, my favorite line of this episode at least, was Vario like, yeah. That seems fair.
Yeah. That seems fair. Yeah, exactly. I think this episode alone, it's better than the first 2 episodes.
Oh no, it's definitely better. It's it's solid 8.
And this is another reason why I say that. So you know how I said that the first 2 episodes, the pacing was kind of really quick? Like it just dun. This episode slowed down. This episode allowed us to see more of Maul's perspective and see his feelings about shit, like why he wants to go after Sidious. And he explains, like, it's because my brother died, my mother died, and now I need you.
His empire, his little
alone,
everything.
Exactly, So I give it an 8 out of 10. What do you guys give it?
Me, 8 out of 10, solid 8.
The thing is, I really like this episode just because you see Maul like being like Batman, which I thought was pretty cool. Where he's like slipping into the shadows. He's like, "All right, Devin, listen, You know, you want me to be a bad guy? Okay, fine. I'll be a bad guy. And he just slips into the shadows like Batman. And then he's like, haha, you suck. I'm in the shadows. You can't find me. Woo. And then Devin's like, oh my God, you're a Sith. I knew it. A Sith would do this. But in all seriousness, though, like, just seeing, like, Maul, again, I'm going to continue to say it, seeing Maul doing really cool stuff is what I want to see in a show called Maul Shadow Lord, and seeing Maul, you know, basically just he's in the shadows, and like it's like, and you guys brought it up, like it's very horror movie-esque, and like almost like just him doing the manipulation, but not manipulation. It all clicks, and even like the side stuff that, even though it's not as interesting because, you know, it's just a guy being a shitty dad, and, you know, and then you got his fucking robot partner going, oh guys, we gotta go find we need the Empire because this is getting really bad. He's like, no, we can't bring in the Empire. And then it's like, no, we need to bring in the Empire. And then he's like, no, we can't bring in the Empire. And then she's like, well, guess what? I'm going to tell your boss on you because you're not letting And then, no, you can't call the Empire. Meanwhile, Maul's in the shadow going, ooh, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. Ooh.
He really is. Dude,
But
it's such a cool scene. God, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about that scene.
It is. It's so good. Like, I also give this an 8 out of 10. This is a great, really good episode.
All right.
Now, so I gotta talk about this next episode, dude.
Okay, yeah. Episode 4.
What's your rating for this episode, Steven? What's your rating for episode 3? Like 8? 7, 8? I don't think he's even... Okay, moving on, I guess. Episode 4. Okay, episode 3 was fantastic, and even with that awesome duel with Darth Maul in the shadows, my favorite episode is legit episode 4 right now. I really enjoyed it. So it actually arcs out with my favorite character, Vario, heading to the Pikes, and what ends up happening is pretty insane. So he ends up betraying Maul, telling the Pikes that, yeah, the guy's there, shoots Maul in the back, and drags his body to the actual boss. And actually, the boss Pike looks at him. Turns out it's not Darth Maul. Darth Maul shows up, kills all the leaders, and chooses another one to rule the Pikes under his command. That was such a great scene. I really like Vario's acting and how nervous he was throughout the entire thing. Fantastic. But Darth Maul was epic in this battle, in this scene.
Yeah.
And then after that, we actually...
Well, hang on, Dylan. Dylan,
go ahead.
I need to say a few words about this scene, too.
Go ahead.
I think we all need to talk about this scene. First off, this is exactly what I fucking wanted from this show. Exactly. That scene alone was everything I fucking wanted in this damn show. All right.
Yes.
Because at first, you know, I watched some people react to this episode, and they actually thought Vario did try to betray Maul. And I'm like,
I thought so too.
No. Yeah, I was like, I don't think Vario's that dumb. And then we saw that Vario wasn't that fucking dumb. You know, Maul going after the Pikes, and the way he killed Krim and all that. And then he explains why he hates Krim so much was because after Mandalore, apparently after Mandalore, the events on Mandalore, after he escaped on that Republic shuttle with the Venator crash, Maul went right to the Pike Syndicate and asked if he could just stay there for a little bit. And Krim apparently tried to kill him. So this is what he gets for not keeping him there for a little bit until he regrouped, basically. And I love that. And then you saw him. And this is another thing that just makes me want to talk about Book of Boba Fett. Why couldn't we have a Pike leader like Krim?
That would have been great in
Book
of Boba Fett.
I mean?
Book of Boba Fett.
Like, you get what I mean? Like, this is exactly, people want to know, like, what did I want in Book of Boba Fett? exactly what Maul is doing in this show. Maul is being
Exactly.
a crime lord. He's being a crime lord. What was Boba Fett supposed to do? He calls himself a crime lord. He was a hero. No, I don't want a hero. I want a villain. You know? And
Yeah.
this is what Maul's doing here, and I love that.
And then after that, it actually gets really, really cool. So we go back to Devin, Docky, and I like their reunion, and I like the fact that everything that Maul has told her is still stuck in her head, and she really just wants to help people. And Docky's kind of nervous about. He doesn't really want to do it, but eventually he decides, okay, I'm going to let you control this one. He actually tells the cop Lawson about where Maul is, and what ends up happening is Lawson and Boots, they argue about whether or not ought to actually go tell the Empire, and before Boots can, Lawson actually turns him off and goes in with just a single little squad against Maul and his little group. And I'm telling you what, when we get into that battle, I really enjoy Maul actually talking to Lawson and that whole thing of die well. That was absolutely brilliant. And then,
real quickly, Dylan, let's talk about that scene. So one of my biggest issues with episode 1 when it first came out was, okay, so remember when Maul did do the jailbreak scene and he killed every other cop, but he left Lawson alive? I was like, yeah, that's a little bit unrealistic. Like, of course, he leaves the main cop alive. Yeah, all right, that's plot armor. No, it wasn't. In this episode, we find out Maul's like, hey, look, I know you don't like the Empire. So if you let me just stay on this planet and all that, I will protect this planet for you. We don't want the Empire either. And I know you don't either. So let's just compromise here. I love that.
That was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. And then actually Devin and Master Docky ends up actually going in along with them, trying to save the cops, trying to make sure Maul doesn't hurt the cops. Ends up in an epic duel with Darth Maul. And I really like Docky's whole thing and the Darth Maul too. He's like, hey, just turn yourselves in. We don't need to fight. This doesn't have to happen. And that whole argument of philosophy between Maul and Docky and Devin was fantastic. And then the duel, just epic. I really thought Docky was dead this episode. And now that he survived, I'm going to tell you what. I do not think Docky is going to die until the end of the season now. But I don't think he's getting out of the season.
I think he's going to die real soon, actually.
Yeah.
I do agree though with that lightsaber duel. Like this episode is my favorite episode of the whole show so far. I think
it's my favorite episode as well.
It's my favorite episode as well. Yes, because the Pike scene, but also because the last fight alone was like everything I want in the show as well. It actually gave us cool Disney, like cool lightsaber shit. The choreography was great.
And then it's just getting a little bit too busy, so Darth Maul and the team decides to leave, but not before. Or I think it was it Docky or was it Devin that kicked him in the leg and damaged his robotics?
Yeah, I have a prediction on that. So remember in Star Wars Rebels, Maul had a cane.
Is this how he's going to get his cane?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like maybe that might actually lead into the whole cane situation. I don't know yet.
That could be really cool.
Maybe it was because of Daki's bullshit with his leg.
Yep.
I don't know.
That could be really cool. After that, Lawson and the team, they survived barely. And Boots got turned back on. So you know what Boots did? He called the Empire. And at the very end, look, guys, you guys don't understand. My favorite Star Wars ship and all of Star Wars, period. One of my favorite scenes from Episode 4 is when that Star Destroyer first shows up, just slowly. And I'm telling you what, they recreated that scene. And I love it whenever they do that with the Star Destroyer, where it just gently glides. And they did it in not Solo. What's that movie? The Rogue One.
Force
They did in
Awakens.
Rogue One as well.
Yeah,
Rogue One was
yeah.
fantastic. I absolutely loved that scene when the Star Destroyer shows up at the very end. Big cliffhanger. Darth Maul's on the run. The Empire's here, and Lawson is probably going to have to deal with his wife. Great episode. 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. And I'm really trying not to give it a 9 because of my excitement. You know what I mean?
I'm giving it an 8.5. That's what I'm giving it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Austin?
8.5 I might give it to. Yeah, it's great.
Another banger episode. I really do, like you guys said, I really liked the beginning where you had the fake out where Fario was like, "Oh God, guys, he's gonna kill me." Actually, no, he actually didn't kill me. He isn't going to kill me because I just brought him here. That was a faker. So ha ha ha. And then Maul's like, "All right, I'm gonna fuck this guy up," and he did. That was sick. The ending lightsaber battle was cool, and then the fucking like ending shot of the Star Destroyer. I was like, "Holy shit! Like this is gonna be peak." And like, I'm going to say this right now, the aura that Maul just just oozes. He oozes aura in this show, and I'm here for it. Like, this is what I swear to God, this is what all you need to do. You just need characters to aura farm, okay? I want characters with aura. I don't want fucking Boba Fett in a back to take for 90% of the show. I want to see Boba Fett have aura. I don't want to see Mando get sidelined for Bo-Katan. I want to see aura, guys. I don't want to see fucking Reva getting stabbed with a lightsaber, or anybody get stabbed with a lightsaber in the midsection and then just somehow survive because, you know, God forbid they have to do the somehow they survived moment. Like, I just want aura. That's all I want. And I get this with the show. I get a main character who's got some aura to him. So, with that being said, I give it an 8.5 out of 10 for aura points alone. But also, there's some really cool stuff. Also, Two Boots is a fucking bitch.
Yeah. Is that it, Austin?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah, no, I 100% agree with everything that you said. Now, let's talk about predictions. So now that the Empire is called and they are coming, we already know that Marok and the Crow will be coming in. So, which I'm looking forward to both of them. And also, let's talk about this. Okay. So these are real legit Maul Shadow Lord posters. And I mean, these are legit real ones. So, the one character up there is none other than Dryden Voss. So we now know in this first season, Dryden will be here. And we also know that Vader will be here. So, predictions.
All right, so right out of the gate, I'm going to say this. The Jedi guy dude's going to die probably in the next couple episodes. I mean, towards the end of the last one, you see the guy's like, he's got like a stomach wound. He's like, oh, dude, I don't know if I can hang on anymore. Oh, I'm going to die. And then Vader, like, I do predict, like, Maul's going to come into contact with the Inquisitors, and they'll probably do a thing where his wannabe apprentice, the one that goes, "Oh, you're a Sith. You're a Sith."
Okay.
I mean,
real quickly, Austin, I'm sorry that I'm cutting you off here, but we do have someone in the chat called Paula. Okay, so Paula, yeah, you can ask away then. We're gonna just quickly do our quick thoughts, like predictions for Maul, and then we'll talk about all this. All right. Continue, Austin.
Devin, I think that's what her name is. I think Devin's gonna help him against the Inquisitors, and then there's gonna be some real screwy stuff with the detective guy and the Empire probably, and then we probably won't see Vader until probably the end of season 1, because I think they're gonna save that for reveal towards the end, and Maul and him are probably gonna have like a real like I'm crossing my fingers right now, and I'm praying to any god, please let the fight be really good, please. Like that's like a dream like fight right there. It's like Vader and Maul. It's like, well, what is like a peak? Like, what is like a dream fight about? Yoda, Palpatine. We got that. We got Anakin, Obi-Wan. We had Luke. Dude, Vader and Maul is like up there with like fight matchups like that. I'm glad we're gonna see. So I'm just like praying to any sort of god that this fight is sick, because I'm telling you right now, if it's disappointing, or it just doesn't happen, I'm going to cry. I will come on stream and I will cry, and I will be very angry and very displeased and go, why would you do this? And then that's when I swear off Star Wars forever, because you cannot tease me like this.
All right. So this is my predictions. So Marok and the Crow, they're gonna interrogate the living shit out of Lawson. Be like, hey, bitch, why the fuck did you not call us immediately? Lawson's like, I was scared to see my ex-wife. Marok and Crow are like, no, fucking hell. So then they also have their gunships and all that, and they try to find Maul and the Shadow Collective and all that. This is what I think is going to happen, because Maul did say, and when the Empire sends the Jedi killers, are you ready for those Jedi killers? I think Marok and the Crow, either one of them, they're going to kill Daki. I seriously do. And I think that's when Devin finally learns that she has to adapt, and then she turns to Maul and becomes her apprentice, his apprentice. That's legit what I think is going to happen. And then Marok is going to fail or something like that, and he's going to contact Vader. That's legit what I think is going to happen.
And then Vader's gonna stroll in there like the final boss, casually just killing everybody, just warpath, because he's like, what do you mean Marok could kill Maul? What do you mean he could kill this Devin person? I could do this in my sleep. Yeah. What do you mean?
And you know what I think would be a cool thing? Vader does beat Maul, but instead of killing him, Palpatine tells Vader, I want him in my custody. I want to see Maul myself under Imperial custody. So then Vader brings Maul back to Coruscant or something like that, and then Maul breaks out somehow out of that Imperial prison. Like, that's the only way, because you can't have Maul beat Vader, because in Rebels, Maul straight up said, I can't defeat Vader by myself.
You know what?
So we know that he doesn't beat Vader.
I know you brought up the Kane thing from Rebels. What if the reason, like, I know you brought up the whole, like, because of what happened to his leg during the fight, with Devin, and like, what if the reason why he has Kane is not because of that, but because the fight with Vader fucks him up so bad that legitimately have his Kane?
Yeah. That could be true,
It would also be really funny if like that happens and like they're at like Coruscant, and then Palpatine's like, all right, listen, I need to speak with Maul real quick. He's like, all right, Maul, listen, I know I fucked you over, but listen, this guy, he's not even worth it anymore. I literally had to refit him with like all these cybernetics and stuff. He's not even that good anymore. Can you listen? Just come back. Well, we could just kill him really easily. It's fine. And And then Maul's like, no. Well, what?
Yeah,
No.
like he has to deal with him be like, oh, the temptation of having a father again. And he's like, no, fuck you.
Dude, that'd be so funny. I'd also find it really funny if like if they I know it'll never happen, but it's always like an intrusive thought for me. It's like if Palpatine's like, all right, that's it, we gotta send in Vader, and then like he's on a Star Destroyer, but he loads like Vader into a cannon or something. And he like
Yeah.
and he like launches him through a cannon, and like Vader just does like a really cool like Jedi jump. That'd be cool.
Okay, so Paula asks, do you and your friends think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? What do you think, Steven?
Huh? Do a Keanu Reeves make a good Darth Revan?
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe. Probably. I mean, there's a bunch of actors out there that could be playing Darth Revan. Like he's just like one of many.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I'm not gonna favor one actor because he has potential.
And do you and your friends think that the Pink Twi'lek and Maul Shadowlord will become Darth Revan? Darth Talon.
I still don't think it's necessarily gonna be Revan, or Talon, but it's gonna be like a version of her. It could be
I think
Talon.
it's the
It could
canon
be Talon.
version.
I could be
It's
Talon.
gonna be the canon version of Talon. That's what I think. You know, I think she will. Version. Yeah. And instead of Darth, because remember, Maul doesn't call himself Darth anymore because he's not a Sith. I think she'll just be known as like, he's known as Lord Maul. So she'll just be Lord Talon or something like that.
Probably. Which is going to be sick.
Oh, I hope they do a Vader unmasked. No, I don't need that. I don't care. I just want Vader to kick Maul's ass. That's what I want.
Dude, Vader's gonna do that shit one-handed.
Yeah, like.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Dylan. We got some questions from Paula here. That's what we're answering. And I've heard that Abeloth might come.
I'm making an awesome stew.
That's awesome, Dylan. And I heard that Abeloth might be coming to Ahsoka Season 2. And Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme. And Abeloth will take her form to deceive Anakin. Wait, hang on. Let me reread that. I've heard that Abeloth, the Mortis God mom, might be coming out of Ahsoka Season 2. Yeah, that's a common thing. Like, it's almost pretty much confirmed that she will be in there. And Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme, and Abeloth might take her form to deceive Anakin.
Anakin's dead. You mean deceive Ahsoka?
Or deceive Force Ghost Anakin. But shouldn't Force Ghost Anakin know that though?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if that would work, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really see that. Abeloth is the mother of the Mortis gods from the Clone Wars. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we know.
Story,
we know. We're super Star Wars fans. Trust me.
Yeah, no. I think. But yeah, to answer that, yes, I do think she'll be not Darth Talon, but like Lord Talon. And she'll be Disney's, the canon version of Talon. And back to Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan. I think he would be a good Darth Revan, but I kind of want someone younger because Keanu is a lot older and you could tell multiple stories with Revan. So I think you kind of need someone a little bit younger if they ever go to Old Republic. Again, hopefully they do eventually. All right. Okay, so that covers our whole Maul Shadowlord thing. Basically, all of us said that we're all really looking forward to the show. So far, it's a good start. First 4 episodes, you know, we're all looking forward to it. Maul, just keep on ore farming, you know? If you ore farm, you're good. With that being said, though, we gotta talk. Well, we're gonna now talk about none other. If this thing fucking works, come on now. Why is my pictures not working? Well, I want to go up to my videos. The fuck? Come on. Why is it not working? Hang on. I don't know why the fuck this isn't working. No, like Anakin in the world between worlds. Yeah, so you're talking about Force
Ghost Anakin in between worlds. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I still don't think. I think he would sense that because he's part of the netherworld of the Force. You know, so I think he would like.
I think he would always have Padme with him on the other side of the Force.
Dylan, what kind of
He just
stew are
can't
you
come
eating?
physically, huh?
Yeah. What kind of stew are you eating, Dylan?
It's beef stew.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's got potatoes, beef, and carrots, and it didn't get a lot of moisture, so it looks a little more goopy than it should. But hey, it tastes amazing.
I wonder why this is not scrolling down. This damn thing is not scrolling down, guys. Here, hang on. Oh, come on. Clips are down there. All right, well, give me a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Just talk to the chat.
What kind of stew are you eating? Yeah, it's beef stew. It's great. It's got potatoes, carrots, beef.
Stew is pretty good. Man, but now we've hit that point in the stream where now it's going to be very awkward.
Yep.
No, it's not.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. So let's talk about the new official Star Wars movie trailer, guys. We are going to be playing it right now for you. So without further ado, this is going to be the next theatrically released Star Wars movie coming out. I'm so hyped to watch this trailer, guys. Let's fucking go.
First time
We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Dude, I'm so here for it!
We're putting the band back together.
What you want? Baby, I got it. What you need? You know I got it too. All I'm asking is for a little respect. Just a little bit, baby, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. R-E-S-P-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T.
You're not gonna get away from me this time.
You miserable slug. You think you can talk your way out of this?
Bow, bow, bow. Here on the head on the
looks greater than even the Mando and Grogu.
Dude,
I'm
it made
so
me
here
tear
for
up.
it. This looks great.
I can't wait. It's exciting.
Where'd Seth go?
I don't know. You know what though? You know what's really weird, Dylan? I as someone who over the last year and a half, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with Star Wars. I'm never watching this again.
I
right?
was basically the same way for about maybe a year. You were before me, but I was the same way for about a year until
But-
like really recently.
You know what I did this past week alone?
What?
I've been rewatching the prequels because
Dude, those are such great films.
because
Granted, they have their problems.
beforehand, I rewatched the OT, and I was like, "Oh man, the original trilogy is so good. I forgot how good these were. I forgot how much I liked Star Wars." And then I watched episode 1. I finished episode 1, Phantom Menace yesterday. I'm like, man,
Yeah. Such a
All right.
great. Great. By the way, Seth, that trailer that looks better than the Grogu movie. I'm so down. I want to see it now in the theater. Disney,
I know.
take my money.
Yeah, take my money. I want Max Rebo to get his own journey, his own story, where
Yep, and apparently he's getting it. I'm all for it.
he's getting the band back together, in a cosmic adventure. Okay, no, being all serious though, guys, let's actually play the real trailer for the next theatrically released movie of The Mandalorian. This is the final trailer for everyone.
Yeah.
We've all heard stories of the Mandalorian bounty hunter and a child.
I only hunt Imperial war criminals. I'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor first.
We're protecting everything the rebellion fought for.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Hey.
Oh, the horrible baby. The bad baby.
Strap in.
We need a professional.
Hang on.
What happens when you're not there to protect him?
You good? I'll be right behind you. Go. Go!
Mandalorian, you will suffer. Then it will be his turn.
Monsters. The old protect the young. And then the young. Protect the old. It's time.
Are you scared? You should be.
Good job, baby.
This is the way.
They want me to believe that Mando is really going to die in this. He's not going to die in this.
Yeah, no, he's not.
no,
They
But-
really want you to believe that.
Well,
that's it for the Thrawn
they-
movie, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the film, it's trying to be like this is the biggest adventure that Mando and Grogu are going to be on.
Essentially, this is what
You
season
know.
3 was supposed to be before it got wrecked. That's what I'm saying.
I honestly kind of believe that a little bit,
Right.
because he's just a bounty hunter for the New Republic. But I do like how he does specifically say, like, hey, look, I get hired to take out Imperial warlords. Like,
Yeah.
I think
So we know what
is
he's going to be
legit.
going up against, an Imperial Warlord, easily.
Well, I think it's actually the Hutt twins, like I said. I think
That could
this
be
is gonna
interesting if
be.
they end up going
I
after
think
those
it's
ones.
legit gonna be a mix between.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna
maybe.
start out with Imperial Warlords. We're gonna see shots of him against those AT-ATs, and then after the end of the job, he goes back and gets a new job, and it turns out it's not Warlords; it's actually the Hutts this time. That could be great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I think. The main villains are gonna be those twins and Embo as their enforcer. That's legit what I think.
It looks good.
Yeah.
All I can really say about it is like here's the thing, right? And that's like the same thing with the Darth Maul trailer and everything. When it comes to me and Star Wars, it's not that I'm not excited. I'm actually super excited. I am going into this with low expectations. Why? Because we've seen how some of these turned out. We go in there, we think this is gonna be amazing. We go in there and it's trash. Do I want this to be trash? Of course I don't want this to be trash. I want this to be good. But I'm willing to give it a shot. Darth Maul is where it's at. Darth Maul has me captured. This, I'm willing. I'm going to the theater at least. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah. This is where I gotta say.
A great Darth
So we do have.
Is he eating? So he didn't answer my question. Yeah, if Keanu Reeves played Darth Revan, I mean, well, I almost was gonna say Sam Witwer, but it'd be really cool if he got Keanu Reeves in there. That would be really, really cool. But you know, you also could play it, and I'm not even Kane, but I don't want, I kind of don't want them to choose him because he was Kylo Ren, but Adam Driver.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone that kind of looks a little bit like Adam Driver with like instead of black hair, like brown hair though.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like a. Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, I'll be right back, guys.
We do have quite a few Mando and Grogu news. First off, the first 17 minutes were played at CinemaCon, like yesterday. Everyone who's seen it, including like popular film critics like John Campea, said that they're sold on the film now. Like they watched it and they said it's amazing. Like it's good. It's not the best thing Star Wars, but it's good. So there's that. And here's my big problem with Mando and Grogu. It's not even really what we see in the trailers. I think the marketing has just been not that great for it. If that makes any sense. What do you think about that, Austin? Like,
wait, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I was talking about the marketing. I think the biggest problem with Mando and Grogu is not even what we see in the trailers. This last one and the one before, the official trailer, were good. It's just that the marketing, they have not been really marketing this film, being like, oh yeah, this film is coming out, guys. Like, they haven't really been doing that a whole lot, you know?
Yeah, and, you know, again, the trailers for what they are, they're fine. I'm still not expecting like an oh my god, this is gonna be the next Empire Strikes Back, or it's not gonna be another peak Star Wars movie. I've said this before. I think it's gonna be an okay, like it's probably gonna be just a popcorn film. Hopefully, it's better than Mando season 3. I'm not expecting peak Mandalorian. I'm just expecting okay, we're going back to basics, cool stuff. But let's call it for what it is. There really hasn't been a lot of marketing for it, and I mean, I think they're predicting that it's not going to make a lot of money opening weekend, and I think a lot of that just comes down to the fact that besides like they've only done like 2 trailers and like a sneak and like a Super Bowl ad, that's not a whole lot to really like. They really haven't advertised that well, and
Yeah.
which is also kind of concerning because because now it just shows that Disney and Lucasfilm are not confident at all, like in this movie if they're not really like pushing it, going, "Hey guys, look, this is coming out soon. Like, go see it." Like, either
Yeah.
either they are too confident, thinking, "Oh, it's Star Wars; it'll make money no matter what," or they genuinely have no faith in this and they're just shoving it out just to go, "Okay, well, fuck it. If it does well, it does well." You know, it's
I think they're trying to save money. And this is what I mean by that. You know how marketing campaigns are kind of expensive?
yeah.
So they probably thought, yeah, this movie, yeah, I mean, it legit only had like a one, like, it was the shortest budget of all the Star Wars films. Okay. Like most Star Wars films have like 200 million as a budget. This only had like 100 million. All right. So I think to kind of save money, to guarantee like a success, like they get money in more income back, they're kind of not wasting it on promotion, really. They're just like, oh yeah, there's a trailer. There's another trailer. They didn't even make the release of the toys like an event like they normally do. Like, I just had to go into the store and was like, oh yeah, there's just Mando and Grogu stuff. Yeah, it wasn't like
at
you
the
get
rate
what I
it's
mean.
going, it'll more than likely it'll probably barely break even, like, because if it's only got a $100 million budget, it's gonna do okay. It's not gonna make blockbuster numbers, like.
Yeah, no.
So,
and I also think the reason why that budget is low is because they want to save that money. Like, they want to test it out, because you also got to realize this is the first Disney Plus character to get his own movie. So they want to see, like, okay, will they actually be confused or will they not? What I'm getting from a lot of people is that they're watching these trailers and they're not even noticing that it's a movie. They're just thinking, oh, Mando season 4 is coming out. And it's like, no, guys, it's actually a movie. I had to explain to 2 people already it's a movie. And they're like, oh. They're like, well, that's awesome too. Like, you know, but they didn't understand that.
Well, I think I've even talked about this on the show before. Is not only is it the first Disney Plus character to get a movie, this is the first Star Wars movie since Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
So this movie is basically them seeing, like, okay, we haven't done a movie in a while. Can this franchise still succeed and make money in the theater? And really, it's going to come down to, like, if it does fairly well, I do expect we'll see, like, the Thrawn movie, and we'll probably see vastly. But right now, with the way that they're marketing it, it's almost like I kind of agree. Like, it's like you're trying to save money, but at what cost? Because now you're not really marketing it, so now you kind of have to like almost shit in one hand and wish in the other, and see, like, okay, like, is this going to do well? And really, like, this movie not only has to be a critical success, but this has to be, like, somewhat of a financial success too. So
yeah, because it needs to win back, not win back all the fans, but it needs to be a servable movie. Like, the fan base cannot be offended with this one. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
It needs to be just a normal Mandalorian adventure. That's legit what it needs to be with Grogu. It just needs to be fun. It needs to be action. And please, to win Austin at least over, give Mando some ore farm.
Yeah, let him ore farm just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. If it's him just taking out Imperial troops like a badass, That's all that Austin needs.
That's all I want. Like,
Um,
but
oh, continue,
like
Austin.
I've said this before too. Like, I just want my the main characters to be cool. Like that, and that's been a problem with a lot of Disney Plus shows is these characters aren't cool. Like Mandalorian was cool in the first 2 seasons, but until like Book of Boba Fett, and then after that he was just kind of like he got kind of pushed aside for Bo-Katan in season 3.
Yeah.
You know, and then Boba Fett. You know, we already know about Boba Fett. Like I think we've talked about him enough in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Shows. And then you had I feel like with Mando and Grogu, at least let Mando be badass again. Just give me like a serviceable popcorn movie. That's all I want. I'm not expecting anything more. I'm not expecting anything less. I just want a popcorn film that's serviceable, fun, and it, you know, because and I'm gonna bring this back to Maul Shadow Lord. Like already, the pieces are there. You're already starting like kind of the healing process from the garbage you fed us for the last few years.
Yeah.
But you have to keep that momentum going. You can't release this and then proceed to release a piece of shit, piece of content.
Yeah, it needs to build because that's how you like this year alone. You could fix Star Wars. Can fix animation with their animated series. Maul Child Lord seems to already be doing that so far, so that's good. Mando and Grogu could fix the movie issues, by just being a good, fun Star Wars film. And then Ahsoka season 2 is actually pretty, they gotta nail the live action series. That is actually gonna be pretty hard. They gotta. You get what I mean, Austin? Like for Ahsoka season 2, they gotta really because there's a lot of fans that are not confident in Ahsoka season 2. So they need to really.
The thing is with that too is I don't blame them though. Because the last handful of shows we've gotten in terms of live action shows really weren't that impressive. You had Mando season 3, that was bad. You had Book of Boba Fett, which was bad. You had Obi-Wan Kenobi, which was bad. And I'm sorry to the people that like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't get it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either. Trust me.
Andor, I'm sorry, I find to be very overrated. I'm just putting it out there. I think it's overrated. And Ahsoka, I thought was fine, but it wasn't anything to go oh my god, this is holy shit worthy.
Yeah.
And then Acolyte, I haven't even seen the Acolyte, so I can't really comment on it other than I've heard it's really bad. So I'm not even. So you know what? I'll just say it's bad. And then you had Skeleton Crew, which I haven't seen it. I've heard people say they liked it. I'm just not going to watch it. But the point is, these live action shows, I feel like it's not even so much. It's not just they've done so much of them now to the point where it's almost okay, I'm not even expecting anything out of these anymore.
Yeah. Well, going back to Mando and Grogu's, marketing issues.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go.
Guess who? Someone actually asked the president of Lucasfilm himself, Dave Filoni, that what's up with the marketing? And guess what he had to say?
Uh-oh.
He said this. What? Don't ask me that. My wife's boyfriend handles all that stuff. I write Ahsoka and I play with my collectible action figures.
Oh, thank you, disgusting fish. I'm glad they were able to get to the bottom of why the marketing is pretty bad.
So Mr. Filoni's over here look, that's not really my job. I'm the creative person.
But really, when they say I'm the creative person, what they really mean to say is I just do exclusively Ahsoka stuff. The rest of it, I just let my interns do. I don't care about that stuff.
I just love how he's my wife's boyfriend handles that shit.
Really, I like Ahsoka. That's all.
Wait a second. Wife's boyfriend?
Oh no.
Filoni, what's up with you?
So,
David.
Hey, I thought it said my wife's brother handles that stuff. I didn't even read that part. What the fuck does he mean by his wife's boyfriend? Well, anyway,
Dave Filoni on the lack of proper marketing for the Mandalorian and Grogu. Huh. Huh. That's
what
weird.
does he mean by his wife's boyfriend?
I hope he's not getting divorced or something.
I don't know about that, Mr. Filoni, but
Well,
okay.
maybe it's just his wife's best friend. So it's
Maybe that's what he was trying to say.
As a joke.
But the way that he was saying, yeah, but he's like, I write Ahsoka and play with my collectible action figures. It's like, yeah, we know, Dave.
Yeah.
We know, we love you for that.
Anyway,
And
yeah,
then,
I'm looking forward to the next one.
Speaking with USA Today, Mark Hamill has straight up said he can't think of better hands than Dave Filoni's.
True. I may not always agree with our friend Mark Hamill, but this I certainly do.
Yeah, 100%. I 100% understand that too. All right, and then
Well, actually,
Yeah.
I kind of want to know what Dylan thinks about the whole marketing stuff, like the fact that they're not really marketing stuff for Mando and Grogu.
yeah, what
Yeah,
do you
the fact
think
that they're
about
not milking
that?
it, that's really important. That's good.
Well, I think you kind of gotta milk a movie though, or else you kind of forget about it. Like, you get what I mean? Like, I feel like that's one issue that even Supergirl has. Like, they're not marketing these movies enough, you know? Like,
Yeah.
because, yeah, when you release a trailer, you'll get excited for it, but then you'll stop talking about it after 3 weeks. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta keep that momentum building. So, like, they need to start doing TV spots. That's what they actually need to do. Like, small 30-second spots on this Mandalorian Grogu movie. That's what they need to do.
Exactly.
And I mean, the toys so far that I've seen and that I've bought, I mean, they're good. They're good toys. You know, they're good Lego sets and good action figures. Like, I mean, I got the Imperial Remnant ATRT right here, sealed. Good shit, you know. But why don't you market, you know, the release of the toys bigger? Like, you know, we used to have Force Friday when the sequels came out, and it used to be jam-packed in line waiting for the new toys, the new action figures, you know? Everyone wanted a Kylo Ren action figure back when Force Awakens came out. Why don't you make the marketing like that again? And I know that they're trying to do it probably for money, but it's like, you know, you kind of, but then you're wasting like the possibility of getting even more money. You know? So, yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, guys, I think that's it for today. I think that was a good show. I want to thank everyone who was on. I want to thank you, Dylan. I want to thank you, Austin, and even Steven, that he had to go. I want to thank everyone in the chat. We had Paula, which thank you, Paula, for coming on and asking us some Star Wars questions. And also, thank you to Official Forgotten Presence for also watching the show too. And yeah, so next time, not next week, but the following week, next Galactic Chat, we are going to be covering episode 5 through 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8 of Maul Shadow Lord. And then episode 9 and 10, I want to review possibly, and I want to ask you guys this, May 6th. Are we free possibly on May 6th to review it?
I can do May 4th, but I don't know about May 6th.
I am not free May 4th. I can't even take off that day. That's why I'm asking. May 6th or May 7th?
I might not be able to do it.
Well, we'll figure it out. If we really have to, we'll review the last 2 episodes of Maul Shadow Lord with the Mando season 3 review.
Or can well no you can't. I was gonna say, can you do it that Saturday?
No, I can't do it a Saturday.
Saturday or Sunday? No, out. Okay. Yeah.
The reason why May 6th. First off, I'm off May 6th. I can't take off May 4th because of reasons. And May 6th is when Star Wars Celebration. Oh yeah, that's another news for everyone who wants to listen to this. Star Wars Celebration 2027. The tickets are being sold May 6th at like 7 p.m. EST. So I suggest that you don't go because I want tickets. So don't be waiting in line. Allow me to please wait, okay? Because I'm gonna get tickets because they're actually cheap. They're a lot cheaper than I thought. So this guy is gonna go to Star Wars Celebration. So yeah. So please
have fun with that, man.
Don't do anything because I want to go there. And I'm going to see Mr. Filoni himself. So, all right, in all seriousness, guys, thank you guys for watching. This was a good show. And you're going to hear more thoughts about Maul, Mando, and Grogu, and other Star Wars related shit during next week's show. Dylan, where can people find you at?
You can find me on Dylan's Little Hobbies. I can't even believe I might make a couple more tribute videos for Star Wars because I'm starting to get back into it, but mostly Discord Giant.
All right. Austin?
You can find me on Guy Scar's channel, Vasco Scenario, for the Hangout on Wednesdays. Every Sunday, you can find me on Storms Nation, After Storms Live on Robert Storm's channel. Every other Friday, you can find me here on Galactic Chat, and then you can find me on my channel when I do stuff on there. And I'm also on the Cool Kids when I can, where we review movies. So check me out there too. I'm on everybody's channels at this point, so just check everybody out. Thanks for having me on, Seth.
Yeah, no problem, Austin. All right. And with that being said, guys, we are wrapping up the show. Peace out, guys, and may the Force be with you always. Bye, everyone.
Make sure you subscribe and smash the like button.